Simmer down. Goodness sake. I don't know, it's great to see you all here. I'm Tim. It's marvellous to see some familiar faces and friends. Thanks for coming. Thanks for your loyalty. At least I'm assuming it's that, as opposed to some kind of dark voyeurism. Like with a car crash. It's horrific to watch, but you just can't stop yourself. Maybe that's only me then. So I'm very lucky to do a job that I absolutely love. I'm a coach and a mindfulness teacher. I'll be teaching Charlie later. He might need it. Yeah, it's wonderful to be able to help people feel more calm, confident and fulfilled. Just the other week, I had a new client and it was marvellous. After our session, he told me that having spent an hour and a half in my company, he'd realised he was nowhere near as screwed up as he thought before. Another satisfied customer. So, coaching is about turning your dreams into reality, which is wonderful, although it does have its limits. I mean, you should hear what some of my clients come up with. The other day, I had someone droning on and on about how he just wanted to like himself. Took me a good 30 seconds to stop laughing and realise he was serious. I mean, we all want to like ourselves, don't we? I'm not a miracle worker. So, as I'm sure you can tell, through my experience as a coach and my own personal growth, I've accumulated much compassion and wisdom about the human condition. And so tonight, in the spirit of altruism, I'd like to share with you my top guides to happiness. So, tip 1, chin up. So, I've developed a more positive outlook in my life. A more positive outlook in my life. In fact, I read recently that optimists live longer than pessimists. Though seeing as life is meaningless and empty, I don't know why that's such a great thing. But nonetheless, it is possible to train yourself in optimism. And one of the best ways to do this is to keep a gratitude diary. And I'd like to share with you 2 of my recent favourite entries. You up for this? Yeah. Be grateful for it as well. Okay, so firstly, thanks very much to my parents for bringing me into this world and giving me life. This life of endless, repetitive, frantic striving with the short promise of death at the end of it. Thanks very much, Mum and Dad. Thanks very much also to my ex-girlfriends for pointing out my many shortcomings, giving me the opportunity to improve myself. I've really nailed this gratitude thing, haven't I? So, tip 2, heal past traumas. So my birth was in fact rather traumatic. I was a forceps delivery. And thanks to some great therapy over the years, I've ensured that this has left no lasting damage. I mean, I do get queasy at the sight of barbecue toms and tweezers, but hey, who doesn't, right? Tip 3, conquer your fears. So to grow as human beings, we all have to, once in a while, step out of our comfort zone. Feel that fear and do it anyway. So I've been doing something every day that really scares me. Today, for example, I got out of bed. Impressive, eh? Tip 4. By the way, I've only got 47 of these, don't I? So tip 4, beat your addictions. So after 30 years, I've finally decided it's time to give up nicotine. These days I use e-cigarettes. Now there's been a bit of a public health backlash against e-cigarettes recently, and whilst I do want to wean myself off them, I'm a passionate defender of them as a tobacco replacement. However, I have to make really sure that people have heard me correctly when I tell them about these convictions I've got as a vapist. I said vapist! So that's terrible, isn't it? I was advised not to include that joke, but I bloody hell Tip 5, stop attention seeking. So at school, I was always trying to get the approval and attention of my peers by playing the fool. I didn't mind completely humiliating myself in front of a group of people so long as I got a laugh. It was pathetic. I'm so glad I'm over that now. Tip 6. Do things properly. So I have sometimes been accused of being somewhat controlling and perfectionist. I don't think that's fair. I just like thoroughness and things to be just so. Like all the crockery arranged into separate colours, or the armchairs set at exactly 45 degrees from the sofa. They seem quite relaxed about me sorting out that for them when I'm in John Lewis. Though they sadly turned down my offer to completely redesign their store layout based on the 16 Jungian personality types. Fair loss. Yes. So there's one more to go, and fuck knows what it is. I remember that, I've got a little bit in the between here. Okay, yeah. So, on the subject of doing things properly, I just want to say I'm so thrilled that the government have finally accepted what I have been banging on about for years. Thoroughly wash your hands every time someone touches you. It's basic common sense. So, okay, my 7th and final pillar of wisdom is this. Enjoy the present moment and savour this particular moment, friends, when you got to be the lucky first people to hear Tim's Guide to Happiness before it goes viral and spreads across the world. Oh, hold on. I probably shouldn't be making comparisons to global viruses. It doesn't really sell my act very well, does it? 2 coronavirus jokes in 30 seconds. I'm nothing if not topical. I'm nothing. So before I go, I just want to clear one thing up, because you may be thinking that I've just been desperately trying to make you laugh as a subtle vehicle to promote my services as a coach. That's an outrageous accusation. I couldn't care less whether you laugh. I just want you to hire me! Anyway, you've been great. Thanks for listening, and please do take a business card.